Preparing to make an offer on a home is an exciting time, but it can also be nerve-wracking. The hope is you've worked closely with your real estate agent and your lender to craft a solid offer that maximizes your budget and gets you the best deal possible. Once everything is finalized, the details are presented to the seller and their agent in a purchase agreement. Remember, this is a legal contract. You're committing to purchase this home as long as all of the conditions are met. Most offers give the seller a certain number of hours or days to respond. Each offer can go one of three ways. The first is acceptance. It's pretty rare for a seller to accept your first offer. In most cases, your first offer is usually the starting point for negotiations with the seller. Second, the seller can reject your first offer, which can happen if they feel it's unnecessarily low or contains unrealistic terms. What typically happens next is the seller submits a counteroffer. The counteroffer will suggest changes to the original offer, like a higher price or paying less of your closing costs than you asked. Once it's ready, the counteroffer heads back to the buyer's agent. You'll usually have a relatively brief window to respond. Buyers have the option to accept the counteroffer, counter the counteroffer, or simply walk away from the deal. The negotiation process continues until an agreement is reached or until one party decides to walk away. If you're headed into the negotiation process, keep a level head. Real estate negotiations can be tough, even for seasoned real estate agents. Let's look at a few common mistakes buyers can make when it comes to negotiating a home purchase. One is getting locked into a must-have mindset. Even if you fall in love with the first home you tour, it's in your best interest to continue looking at homes. You don't want to enter negotiations feeling like you must have a particular home. That philosophy could put you in a weaker position than your seller. Your emotions will probably be running high, but you can keep them in check with a backup plan. If negotiations fall through, you can either resort to your backup or resume the house hunt. Another mistake is trying to win. During the negotiations, it's easy to see the seller as the bad guy. Don't turn negotiations into a battle of egos. Sellers want to get the best deal they can, the same as any buyer. Don't take it personally if the seller won't agree to all of your requests. If the home is within your budget, it meets most of your needs, and you're excited about being the new owner, you can probably let a few demands slide. Another mistake is not communicating your pre-approval. Make sure your agent notes your pre-approval status in your initial offer. Sellers may be more willing to work with a buyer who looks like a safe bet to close. Lean on your real estate agent for help when it comes to navigating the negotiation process. Try to be flexible without compromising your budget or your needs, and don't be afraid to ask for help.